D&D-like world. It's a custom world that's been created with elves and dwarves and gnomes and orcs and all kinds of stuff. And so we're going to be jumping in as one of the Gnomish nations, the Hierarchy of Nimscodd. Now on the screen you can look at the wonderful backstory that's been written, but I'm just going to move past it. Basically, our starting position leaves us at a bit of a disadvantage. So over time, the kobolds, which are these three right here, have kind of risen up and they've taken all of our land from us. And so our job is to retake our core territory and then kind of expand into some colonial stuff, and also to perhaps save the halflings from Laurent and Goed, the two major powerhouses here. So, as gnomes, we have some pretty cool ideas for Nimscodd. We have national manpower modifier, we have some dev cost, we have light ship cost and light ship combat ability, which is, it's a little interesting. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be. Protection efficiency 5%, idea cost minus 10%. That is a really strong idea. That's going to help us get our later idea groups really quickly. We also have national unrest and plus 10% foreign spy detection. That's alright. Plus 10% morale of armies. We'll always take that. And finally, plus 20% infantry combat ability, which is pretty great. Our traditions are plus 20% spy network construction and 5% discipline. And our final idea will be plus 20% global tariffs. I'm very excited for that 5% discipline. That is going to help us in our early wars, no doubt about it. Now, we are, of course, Gnomish administration and Gnomish military, which has its own kind of buffs and debuffs. We have slower manpower recovery speed because, we're an old race, so we don't, have kids as often as humans or say halflings do. And we're gonna dive more into the administration when we take our first idea group, which will be kind of interesting. So our first starting position here, once again, we're kind of in a rough spot. There's one other gnomish nation around us, that is the city of Portnum. So we're definitely going to want to try and probably ally them early on, because Nimscodd has a custom mission tree, which is pretty nice. And eventually, we will be trying to reform the Gnomish Hierarchy, which will give us an even bigger mission tree. The mission trees in this mod are pretty insane. The amount of attention to detail that's been put in by the developers is amazing. So to start off with, I think we are going to just follow the mission tree. So if we are to reclaim our old homeland, we must build for ourselves an army able to defeat the kobolds that occupy it. As such, our army must become the largest and of the highest quality that we can support. So we need to get to 100% force limit. Currently, our force limit is 15. So we are going to... Oh, right, artificers. I totally forgot the estates. That is my bad. So we have the philosophers, nobility, merchant guilds, artificers, adventurers, and mages. So we are going to just jump on in here. So this is basically the religious faction. We're just going to give them oversight. We are going to go to the nobility. We are going to take right of council and supremacy over the council. We're going to go to the merchant guilds. We are going to take free enterprise and private trade fleets. More light ship cost reduction. Our light ships are going to be dirt cheap, and that is going to be really good. The artificers is an interesting estate. Most countries don't get it until, I believe, it's manufacturing spawn. But as gnomes, and I also believe non-tribal kobolds and goblins also get it, we get special access to them. So the artificers, the whole thing about them is that you can create magical artifacts that can buff you throughout the game. And so it's kind of like instead of going heavy into magic, you kind of delve deep into artificery, which is something I haven't done in the mod yet, but I'm super looking forward to it. And with this, you also get special units, which we kind of got a glimpse of right here. Right now, they're super expensive to build and probably not worth it. But eventually, we're going to start being able to create these artifacts, and they'll be able to buff our military and make those units super strong. Now, in addition to this, we have an artificer unit, which I believe, since we have it unpaused, is 0. But eventually it'll get up higher, and each artifact that you're using uses a certain amount of the capacity. That seems pretty straightforward, but I'm really excited to see what kind of powerful items we can get, because I've done just a little bit of reading, so that way I didn't spoil anything for myself, but they can be as powerful as some like end of the mission tree type stuff, so that's going to be pretty cool. Right now their loyalty is at 54, and they already have a privilege here, so I don't think we need to give them anything. The adventurers have 44%. I think we will national unrest. That's nice, no doubt. What's our nobility at? They're currently at 58, so we could. Well, we don't need. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with generous quest rewards. Why not? And the mages also have a pretty high loyalty right now. Again, we're going to go more into artificery than magic. So I don't know how much we're going to mess with the mages. We're going to try and keep them as weak as possible in our country. And we're just going to take a diet here, base tax, base production, or base tax in Baycods. Where is Baycods? Is it up here somewhere? Yeah, doesn't matter. So I think 28 crowns sounds pretty good. It does matter what Baycods is. Ah, right. This is our Damestar province. So Damestar is something that magic uses a lot, but artificery also uses it, and obviously it's 10 ducats. Or crowns. Sorry, it's crowns in the mod. That's incredible. That's basically coal. So we are definitely going to want to increase the base production of it. We might develop Renaissance here. Usually, the Renaissance will spawn over here in the HRE equivalent. So, you know, this is the Empire. So it'll spread to us pretty quickly, depending on alliances and friendly provinces and spread like that. And then, yeah, we will seize Crown Land, trying to get up to 40% as quickly as possible. That way we can get our monthly points. Our religion. So basically it's like Confucianism. So we can harmonize religions. So that'll be pretty fun. Apparently we have a heretical belief. God lost out. They are very far away from us. That doesn't matter. So when we get up to high harmony, we can start harmonizing other religions as we expand here. As you can see, we are very isolated when it comes to, well, religion and to culture. So it's going to be hard with aggressive expansion and finding alliances. But let us see who would be willing to ally us. So a lot of these guys up in the north here would like to ally us. I will ally Selmaldor. So our early game is focused on securing a lot of this red scale territory, which is a lot of our old territory. We don't have cores or anything like that, but that's alright. There's a lot of good farmlands here to help develop. Though the trade goods are not great, we're going to be relying on this Damestar and this glass a lot to carry our early game economy. So of course we need to get rivals. BPEC, I mean, we're not really going to mess with you for a while, but we will still do that. Bjarnrik, which I believe, yes, the human faction up here, they expand really fast, but I mean, sure, we'll rival you back. And then we're going to rival Riveria, I think, right here. So obviously, they hate us because we, I believe, yes, we own their cores. So they're never going to like us. And you know what? I don't like them. So we will rival you and hopefully one day take your land. So let's get those 4 guys built. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can just build them all right there. We're not going to go to war here for just a little bit. Then we are a little low on money, but how much do our light ships cost? They cost 16 ducats still, huh? Dang, that's alright. Because I believe that this gives us claims up on the grain scale here. So we don't even need to worry about that. We want to focus here. So I think we are good to unpause perhaps. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We are currently making 3 ducats a month because Dave Star is amazing. So I think we can hire a bunch. Oh, right! Our government. We are a republic. We have an amazing starting ruler here. 4, 5, 6, +1 land leader maneuver, +5% morale of armies. I really couldn't ask for much more. Elections in 1461, so we are a regular oligarchy, but the Gnomish administration actually allows, or actually forces us, I guess, to have +13 years to our election term, which is pretty crazy. So I think we're good to unpause here. Yep. We'll let that go by. Allies to the south. So Portnam needs an opinion of 100 of me, and we get 50 diplo power. And then we need Laurent, Gawad, or the Emperor to have 100 opinion of us. So expected life expectancy of 250. Oh, well, this starting ruler's probably not going to make it very long. So he wants my land. He does not currently want my land. So therefore, Laurent, please help. I would rather not die. Not dying wouldn't. Well, nope. Definitely not going to take a stab loss right now. Tech trade there. We can... I'm not going to mothball the fort, actually. I feel like that would be tempting the AI to attack us. Oh, well, that sucks for them. That's some peasants. So yeah, we're going to get claims on this territory right here. Yep, they've allied with green scale. That's pretty normal. Blue scale owns cores of red scale, so they usually don't ally. One thing that we do have to worry about the kobolds, it's not... Our military quality is fine. It's that... it's that they have some seriously painful attrition. +2 attrition for enemies, so... You gotta be really careful about going in here or all this manpower will disappear in just a matter of months, and then you're kind of screwed. So we have a mission here to deal with the kobolds. The kobolds cover the lands that were once ours, sitting in the ruins of our ancient cities. We now sit at a crossroads. Shall we expel these creatures from our ancient lands, or shall we integrate them as equals? We have core cost reduction 10% for 10 years. That's nice. You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We shall cross that bridge when we get there. And I believe we have one more guy coming, right? Yes. One more. We're almost there. We do have enough for an advisor. Land force limit. That's alright. Diplo rep. That's okay. National tax modifier, that's also alright. Oh, I have not been improving with them. You know what? We will get them in an alliance before we declare war. So we're going to move our troops over into Roy Vibab. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Once again, we must reclaim our homeland. There we go. We've got claims on this whole area. We're going to take all of those claims. So let's get ourselves a general. Okay, well, that's not great. Our person's old anyways? Yes, now that is much better. Definitely risky. Again, this is a really good ruler, but if they're supposed to die within 9 years, I think they're worth more to me in combat. Alright, here we go. Can offer them an alliance. So, if we look at declaring war, they have 15,000 men. Red scale itself only has 9,000. We have equal amount of men. They are a tech behind us. And I think that we are ready to go. So, let's just declare war here. Yeah. 50% AE sounds great. And, well, we'll also throw, a very nice admiral on that guy. And we got light ship combat abilities, so we will bring our ships down and just make our fleet a little bit bigger. We'll put our ruler on there, and again, we gotta be careful of this attrition. So all of Red Skill's troops are right there. So I'm just going to send one guy there, one guy there, and one there. We will just throw him on just to get a little bit more speed. And then we use our ships to kind of scout where their troops are. He may try and wait for green scale to get over here. Yeah, I think that's what they'll probably do. I doubt that they're going to get access to anyone. Oh, I forgot about our islands up here. That is alright. It's not the end of the world. It'll cause a little bit of war exhaustion, but it's alright. We shall survive. So they've got 11,000 troops down here now. Again, it's a lot of farmland, so... Ooh, so this is nice. So it's very easy to forget that the younger races live life to a fuller and quicker pace than others. Mordabam must keep up with the new developments of our country if it is to prosper. So basically, with the elder races of dwarves and elves and gnomes, you can get this random event to add 1 to any of your stats, and if you have max, you get 50 points. But the closer they are to their max age, then the more likely it is that you get negative events because they're old, so you lose stats. I like it. I think it's fun. We are going to take an extra admin because that's our lowest. Offensive. Well, I mean, that's rough. We definitely want Caesar there, but losing a stab is not good. We already have some peasants. How much is it going to cost to stab up? 100, because we have plus 30% stab modifier because we are a gnome. So this is going to cost 121 admin points. So unfortunately, we will just stab back up right now. It's never good to be a negative stab. Always want to try and be in the positive. Lots of pop-ups. We'll go back to improving here. Just need one more tick of improvement, and we'll be good to go with that mission. Minor human landlords demand autonomy. Humans are creatures of great ambition. It is indeed true that most of the world is or has been under their control at least one point in time. Some minor landholders in the province of many boroughs are demanding more autonomy for the territories under their control. Some of our advisors tell us to accept this request since it will bind the humans of this country all the closer to us. Others, balking at the loss of control and tax revenue this will likely entail, are advising us either to do nothing or to expropriate their land before they become too powerful for us to handle. So in the mod, there are minority groups in provinces for populations. So right now we're coexisting. The highest you can get is integrated. So I can get a moderate tolerance increase for some local autonomy. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I would like the Humies to be friendly. Looks like he's moving out, so I'm gonna move these troops in here just to try and scare him off. It's going to hurt a lot. There's no doubt about that one. Let's get checking. They have no access. We're going to move our ships up here. We don't want them to land on our island if possible. And we will also just grab these free 50 Diplo points. The Greek gnomes of Portnum to our south are one of the only friendly faces in the region. We must extend to them the hand of friendship and protect them from any threats that they may face, just as they will protect us. Sweet, that's a free 50 Diplo points. I'm also going to be pulling that guy back because I want to try and find some more allies. Obviously, right now we're at war. This person right here. Exwas. They are rival to BPEC. They're in the Empire, so I don't have to worry about Laurent or Gawad going after them. So I think we'll try and improve with them here. Yeah. Try and get an ally with them. So they're currently on the forest. Alright, cool. We have won the neighbor. Let's see if we can bait them off of this forest province here. Pretend like we're walking away. Because again, I don't want to be stuck on this province for a long period of time with a bunch of troops. And we just rush them. We'll finish these guys off as well. And there we go, and that's essentially the war over. Pretty easy start. We will not put our ruler on the siege. That would be foolish, because if they die on the siege, then we get a -2 stab hit, and that sounds terrible right now. Okay, Laurent is at 90. Interesting. I bet you that if I am threatened by them, maybe they'll like me more. We shall see. And then we'll just take out their boats and stuff while we can. And also blockade. So yeah, I think we're good to just speed 5. They're not going to get access. They're not going to land. We'll just loot these provinces. For the war to be over. And then after that, I think we'll wrap it up for the first episode here. Really, we are in a rush to not die to Gwen at the moment, because they want all of our provinces, and if they declare on us right now, we will die. Like, there's no shot that we beat them. So we have to try and find some allies, get some more expansion in, and all of that. So yep, they will accept. We'll take max money. All that. We'll take war reps. We'll get this later, probably from Blue Scale. I wouldn't be surprised if they attack in, but we will get claims to our mission tree. So yeah, there we go. Look at that. First war, easy, no problem. Send the boats home. We shall the mission. Begin the reconquest. Our immediate neighbors, the red scale kobolds, are the first threat we must overcome. We must secure from them the Gnomish Pass, as well as retake the Dragon Downs, which we can then use as a staking point for our continued reconquest. So, this gives us permanent claims on the Dragon Point area, which I believe is this. So when that truce runs out, we are good to go on them. Resettle the Dragon Downs. Okay, interesting. Huh. The Dragon Downs, now reclaimed by our forces, present a great opportunity for settlers. Gnomes in exile, both on Nimscodd and across Cannar, are eager to establish a new life in the lands of the old hierarchy. So we lose a bunch of production in our capital here. It's down to 18. It's kind of sad. But we get a bunch of development around here. Probably would have been smart to start coring it beforehand. Not too much. Very expensive. Very expensive. Increased coring cost. So we'll lose that. But it converts to our culture and to our religion. So you know what? That is 100% worth it. So we don't even have to start expelling / purging the kobolds yet, of course. They're still tight. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up here right at the end of this war. Next time, we're just going to try and secure our land and our military force so that Gawed does not come and crush us early on. I'd like to thank you for tuning into this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.